serious, all about work, doing his job.
Comes across that way.
Yeah, he comes across, and he's a productive player. So he kind of gets, again, he's not like Devontae where he's outgoing and he'll say something funny. George is just like, hey, he's serious business.
You got a favorite Clay Cleveland story? I don't know if you guys have.
Well, we call him catch it all Clay. He catches every pass he throws for us, and that's his motto now. Is if you throw the ball to Clay, he's going to catch it.
It's funny. You look at him, he doesn't see it.
Exactly. You wouldn't think that, but that's his nickname. Catch it all Clay.
All right, appreciate it.
DeAndre, how are you? Not so much. Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Just looking at this team and the fact on the kick returns and punt return, getting George Morris and Devontae involved. What was it about them that you want them out there in those opportunities?
Well, first of all, they have the skill set. I think starting with kickoff return, George Morris is a one cut, get downhill and go kind of guy. Perfect for kickoff return. Devontae's a tough enough kid that if you did kick the ball to him, he has the ability to take it the distance as well. So it's a role that they both can have and get them on the field, but I think they're dynamic enough that we get the big plays that we want to get out of that phase of the game.
When you put them back there, Coach had talked about before, Coach Schaefer had said that he trusts a running back's hands more and the fact that they're used to getting hit. Would you agree with something like that?
Absolutely. I think overall my experience with good kickoff returners, they all been running back, receivers, offensive guys that used to have handling the ball. So you always get a little nervous when you have a DB back there because he doesn't handle the ball as well or as much. So there's a comfort level there. They have vision. They can hit a hole. Our scheme is really kind of similar to what we do on offense. So they understand the mentality that you need to have.
As far as them getting an opportunity in the backfield, do you still leave that open?
Oh, yeah. At some point, they'll be on the field. So no one needs to be surprised. They will be out there in that life running around with it.
Jerome, Smith, Prince-Tyson, Gulley. On the depth chart, it's 4. In between them, no first, no second. That's kind of how it was last season. Are you taking kind of off of what Coach Wheatley did and thinking that these guys both deserve to be out there?
Well, I wasn't sure what Wheatley did, but they're both talented football players. I think it's no surprise. They both have great skill sets. You've seen the production that Gulley can have on the football field, and Jerome is 1,000+ yard rusher last year. So they're talented enough. They both play. Jerome will be the first one to go out there, and he'll get it started. And Gulley, when it's his turn, he'll go do the same thing.
When you have so much depth at your position and could be the deepest position on the team, coming into this and this being your first year, do you kind of feel like you were spoiled a little bit with all these guys?
Well, no, see, most people think that, but when you have that situation, they have to produce. So I've seen it as a challenge that what they did in the past, have them be better and try to be better. And I look forward to them trying to be better than what they did last year. I have a personal challenge for Jerome. 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns in his career. I don't think that's acceptable, not by my standards. So I want him to do that. And Gulley hasn't rushed for 1,000 yards, so I think he needs to do that. So for me, there's enough motivation in there to say, hey, you guys, there's a lot of improvements you can make. So I came in with that attitude.
The defensive line, that front line that's going up against Syracuse, how much do you know about Penn State, and is there any guy that you've kind of keyed in on to prepare for?
They're talented across the board, athletic. They're interior guys. Number 91, and he's a physical kid. And they had a Big Ten freshman of the year last year, defensive end. So they're talented. I played at Illinois, played against Penn State for a couple of years. So they're the same Penn State. They're physical. They sound. They fly to the ball. And, we're going to have our work cut out for us.
Ashton Broyle in the H-back position we talked about before, but behind him, Brisley Esteem. What can you say about his talent level and what he brings to your offense?
Different skill set, explosive, quickness, great hands, dynamic with the ball. We're blessed that way. We have some kids that if we can get the ball to them, they can make some special things happen. And Grizzly's no exception to that. Like the kid a lot, very conscientious, doesn't say two words to it, but he goes out and makes plays. So again, I'm looking forward to see what he can do on the football field.
You talked about Clay Cleveland, but Adonis Ameen-Moore. Do you see him getting involved? There was that tank package last season, so.
Yeah, we're gonna get him in. It's kind of he's in the middle. When I talk about fullbacks over here, if I talk about running backs, Adonis is the only one that kind of stands in the middle because he's both.
Yeah.
He can do either or. So we give him his reps. He's ready if we need him. It's just finding some carries for him throughout the game. But at some point, we'll get to that.
Do you think of him as kind of like a Mike Allstott type of fullback, but he can play running back?
Yes, he's more really a running back that can probably play fullback, and that's what we're trying to do. But he's comfortable at running back, obviously, and the fullback thing is a work in progress. So he's a running back, but he's big like a fullback. So we just got to bring him along. He can help us at either spot. It'll be great for us.
Appreciate it.